everybody and welcome to another video. We start this one off in Hackbridge and it's all about pedestrians. This one, we've got a zebra crossing right in front of us, and at the roundabout, if you turn left like we're going to do, there's another zebra crossing there, but we've also got a couple of thickos that don't know that.
Christmas card on the table, but never mind. Yeah, poster.
How'd you get that broken arm crossing the road like that with your soppy husband there behind you?
Now this is everything that we were taught not to do as kids. Walk out in between vehicles to cross a road like that, and then walk to the crossing. The safer option obviously to walk to the crossing on the other side of the road. Really clever people out there, isn't there? It does make you wonder, how did she break her arm? Now in this clip you can see him up there on the left hand side, the cyclist. We've also got a set of traffic lights that's going to be changing to red before he gets there. But is he going to stop? Of course he isn't. It's a dangerous thing to do when there's someone coming from the opposite direction who wants to turn right across him. Dangerous thing to do, silly boy. Now a little bit further down the road, we're looking at this car here. He's in the correct lane at the moment, not doing anything wrong, but there's too much traffic in the correct lane, so he goes out of the correct lane to try and cut in a little bit further around the roundabout. But he isn't really the star of the show here. A few videos ago, someone put in the comment section below that they were unsubscribing to me because they drive a Peugeot. You see the grey car up there on the bend at the roundabout, he has to cut across now. Yeah, because they drove a Peugeot, and I keep using the little song of shit in Peugeot. And because they drove a Peugeot, they are unsubscribing to me. So, well, but look at this, an Audi actually getting in the correct lane. He's actually going round the roundabout. He's not trying to queue jump. He's going round the roundabout where the grey car should be going. That's what that lane is for. But we'll get to the star of the show in a second when we go to the rear camera. I'm just showing you how the road lays out round here. See the arrow there that says that you've got to turn right from that lane, which the grey car didn't do. And neither is this shitting Peugeot in a minute. So we've gone back a little bit. As you can see, the Audi's behind us there. And over to the right hand side, you can see this car really close to me here. Not a problem there. And an Audi behind that as well that gets in the correct lane as well. It's not blocking up the roundabout neither, letting the Volvo go there. The other Audi there to the left, doing nothing wrong. What am I saying? The Audi's doing nothing wrong. This Audi now pulls out behind the car behind me. And then we get the star of the show. Here he comes.
Shitting Peugeot, shitting Peugeot, shitting Peugeot.
Yeah, that obviously cannot see that he was in the wrong lane. Now indicates. To be fair to the Audi looked like he was going to let him in. But that wasn't good enough. Not for the shitting Peugeot. Oh no, he's got a couple of cars to jump there before it gets in the correct lane. Well done.
Shitting Peugeot.
Now in this clip, I've got to hold my hands up and say that I do go through a very late amber light there. But look at this guy on the right. Got to be in front. I don't know whether that was a left turn only lane that he was in, but it is a 20-mile-an-hour speed limit here. Now a little bit further down the road, I'm waiting at a set of traffic lights. There's 3 lanes that go straight on, but then they go in different directions after the lights. But what we're looking at here is how many people actually indicate and bother to actually look in their mirrors before changing lanes. Look at these 2 cars, no indication, changing lanes, don't care. But it's this one here that we're looking at. No indication, doesn't look in the mirror. And actually jumps out of her skin there where the car behind bibbed her because she was messing about biting her nails or something. She was in a car. I'm going to zoom it in a second and we're going to see it again. Now hopefully it's not too blurry for you now that I've zoomed it in, but if you look at her, she's got a hand by her mouth. She's not on the phone. She's either picking her nose or biting her nails and just doesn't even bother looking in her mirror and jumps. She looks as though she's going to cry there. She looks like she's quite upset with it. But if you look in your mirror, that wouldn't happen. To go further down, now she looks in the mirror. A bit late and it's the wrong mirror. But look at the Sadiq Khan licence to kill assassin behind her. Look at the lane choice. Make sure you look in your mirror because you never know when these assassins are going to sneak up on you. Now one of the things that I do wrong, I do a few things wrong, but this is one of them. Bus lanes. I never go in them now. If you live and drive in London, you will know what I mean, because they change times constantly. This one coming up on our left hand side is a 24-hour one. It's at any time. You're not allowed in this one, so that's easy. I think they should all be like that, or not, none at all. But in London they change. They're either like this, they got two different times on, normally an early morning one or a late afternoon one. School times, they change throughout wherever you're driving. You could be driving down the same road and they change about 2 or 3 times. I have documented this before, going from Malden to Wimbledon, and this lane is a bus lane 24 hours, so no one should be in there unless you're a bus, a bike, a taxi or a push bike. You're allowed to be in them then, but vans, even foreign vans, are not allowed to be in there. As you'll see in a second, this foreign van just goes flying down the bus lane. It's not a bus, it's not a minibus, it's just a normal van, but it is foreign. Do they actually get the fines, these foreign drivers? Is it over here just delivering? And if you look above the van there, that is a camera that's pointing on the bus lane. But it moves out. It moves out now. So why not continue straight down the bus lane? It didn't turn right here, by the way. It carried on going straight. So why not stay in the bus lane? Now in this clip, we've got another one of Sadiq Khan's licence to kill assassins who just plainly doesn't know how to drive. He's going to be overtaking me, but the only trouble is he wants to turn left. Here he is here. He wants to turn left. So why are you overtaking still? There's only a gap there because it's my braking distance. He gets too close to the BMW in front of him and he's too close to me now, or I'm too close to him because of him pushing in. And then he turns left here. You didn't have to do that. And let me show you this from the rear, because it makes it look even worse. Because once this red car gets out of the way, that's him there. That's him there in lane 2. Look at all this space behind me that he could just filter into and he don't have to cut across anyone. But then he is one of Sadiq Khan's licence to kill assassins. They are absolutely useless. They are clueless. So now in this clip we come to the trainee Audi driver in his Fiat 500. See him back there in lane 1 with a light out. What a surprise! A Fiat 500 without a working light? No! No! So he's doing his Audi bit now and has to go on to the outside lane. There he goes, because he wants to get past everyone. And he must be on his Audi test, because he's in the outside lane now. We're approaching a roundabout. He doesn't want to turn right. Oh no, he wants to go in the same direction as me, so he's in the wrong lane. So he's got a light out. He's gone from lane 1 to lane 3 where he doesn't even want lane 3. And now he's got to get behind me because he's pulled over too far over to the right and he wants the middle lane. The other lane goes all the way round the roundabout. As you can see, it's a right turn only lane that he was in there. So I reckon that this guy is going to get his Audi certificate at the end of this test that he's doing now. Now, if your job was to fit lights at a Fiat 500 factory, you would take that off your CV, wouldn't you? The amount that I see without lights working, you would just take it off your CV. That's a mark against you, isn't it? Now, I know it doesn't say Fiat on the front badge there, but that is a Fiat 500, just a zooked up version. Am I right or am I wrong? Let us know in the comments down below. You guys know how useless I am at cars, but that is a Fiat 500, isn't it? It's got all the hallmarks of a Fiat 500, you know, crap driver, lights out, small car. Yeah, it's a Fiat 500, but with a different badge, isn't it? So if you wouldn't mind educating me on whether this is a Fiat 500 or classed as a Fiat 500, please let us know in the comments section down below. Now, this guy is obviously wanting to get past me here. He does look in his mirror. Is he going to indicate though? Putting his indicator on may blow the fuses. Oh no, he does. He indicates. But yet again, he's picked a bad time to try and overtake me. His lane finishes and comes into mine. So he's putting himself at risk there. He's still on my side, by the way. He hasn't gone past me. He's still there. And you can see the arrows for him to come in. I'm not trying to block him off or anything like that. You would see a reaction if I was, wouldn't you, from him? And you see no reaction from him whatsoever. So it was just a bad time to try and overtake me again. Remember, I've got cars in front of me. I'm not just driving along the road, you know, with nothing in front of me. You know, there was no time for a merging turn there, and he never actually got past me. He stayed on my side the whole journey there. Now, as I said a little while ago, I do not do bus lanes anymore. I just stay out of them unless I'm 100% sure of the times on these buses. I know this road. This is the A4, by the way. I know the road, but I do not know the times of these bus lanes. He obviously does, and he's obviously seen the sign. I haven't seen the sign neither. So this is where he gets his chance to undertake me. There is, however, a 30-mile-an-hour speed limit, which he has just gone well over in overtaking me. So, yeah, he's definitely going to get his Audi certificate at the end of the day. I'm pretty sure of it. Now, tell me, in the comments section down below, in your area, do the bus lane times change as much as what they do in London? The one that I did cover a few videos ago was from Malden into Wimbledon, and the time changed about 3 or 4 times if I remember rightly. So I don't risk it, especially if I'm on a strange road. Anyway, a little bit further down the road, the same road, we're still on the A4. Look over to the right. It's the car. It's the Fiat 500. And look, it's got a rear light out as well. So it's definitely got to be a Fiat 500. I don't care what that badge says. It's got to be a Fiat 500, isn't it? The trainee Audi driver. Anyway, guys, that's all we got time for today. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye for now.